Hey Stencil fans, it's me, Stephanie, once again, and guess what? Today is actually our last stencil tutorial. I know, I'm really sad too, but we're gonna have a lot of fun today, and we're gonna show you how to stencil on furniture. Look at these beautiful cabinets. They're so bright and inviting. I can't wait to get started and show you how we did it. And of course, we will only need the essentials for this project. We will need our stencil, our blue painter's tape, some base coats and fun colored coat of our interior flat paint, as well as our foam roller and stencil brush. So let's get started. So the first step here is we're going to remove the knobs of our drawers. It'll make it way easier to paint this way. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna unscrew it. It's really easy. If your knobs work a little bit differently, find out how they connect to your drawers. You might need to unscrew them with a screwdriver. So I'm gonna just do that process to all of these. You guys might have noticed by now that I'm actually putting the knobs inside the drawer that it belongs to. This way everything is organized and you won't find up missing one, or sometimes knobs might be even a different shape or color, and this way you know exactly which knob belongs to each drawer. The next step is we are going to paint these a base color. And I've chosen a really pretty like egg robin blue, and so we're going to just cover these cabinets with that color. So we're just going to open up our paint can here and just pour it in and get started on painting. Alright guys, so I painted my cabinets blue, and you probably noticed I actually did touch up a little bit with white because I was planning on doing the whole thing blue, but halfway through I changed my mind, so things happen. Anyway, so we're going to wait for this paint to dry and then we're going to get started with stenciling. Welcome back guys, our paint has dried and we're ready for the next step. The next step, we're just going to tape off all of our drawers so we know exactly where we'll be stenciling, and we'll just make that little pattern. So all we're going to do is just add tape around the edges, and that way our stencil is going to be clearly defined. Alright guys, well I have the first one done here, but I'm going to go ahead and ask for some help because it's taking me a little bit, and we're going to tape all the other ones up. Alright guys, welcome back. Everything is taped off, so that means that we're ready to tape on our stencil and get painting. So just like always, we're just going to position our stencil with our blue painter's tape. So what I've decided to do is line up my stencil on the edge right here, and I can always go ahead back in when we're done stenciling and realign our stencil to cover up any other space. But right now this makes for a pretty easy marker to get started. Once my stencil is in place, it's time to roll on our paint. And this is just how we did with our wall stencil. We're just slowly going into the paint, making tiny little rolls until it's completely coated. And if needed, we can always go ahead in with our little stencil brush and just tighten up those corners. Alright guys, so I'm done here with my first panel, and of course I'm going to go back and add more later once it's a little bit more dry. In the meantime though, I'm thinking about where I want to place my next stencil. And because of these little screws here, I've decided I'm just going to stencil this area. So I'm going to go ahead and realign just how you would do in a corner. And once my paint is loaded up, I'm just going to continue this process. Welcome back, guys. As you guys can see, I finished my stencil work. So all that's left is we have to add the knobs back to the cabinets and remove the painter's tape. So let's go do that. Well guys, I think that our office cabinets now look bright and friendly. I'm so excited that you guys joined me on this other tutorial on how to create a new life for your cabinets, and it was so easy and all you needed were stencils. And guess what? This is actually our last tutorial for our stenciling course, and I hope you learned a lot. I had a lot of fun teaching you. I look forward to hearing from you. I want to see the projects that you designed by using the stencils and all the information I taught you today in our course. So let me know about it. Of course, you guys can always send me questions and photos of your work via the links provided below, and I'd love to hear from you.